Well, they don't come much more experienced than this man in the form of IBA boxing. Temirtas Zhussupov, now 36 years of age, the 2021 IBA world champion in the 48kg middleweight division. Hugely experienced in terms of World Series boxing as well, and that is rumored to be making a return to the IBA calendar next year, and what a welcome return it would be. Asian Continental Champion way back in 2013. A bunch of experience under his belt. World Military Games Champion in 2019 at 49 kilograms. The World Military Boxing Championships kingpin at 49 kilograms in Moscow 2 years later in 2021. A hugely experienced figure.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent coming to us in the gold corner, representing Uzbekistan. It's Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov.
Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov is 30 years of age, from Uzbekistan. And he too, a very experienced figure. Two-time Asian Continental Champion at 49 kilograms, taking top spot on the podium in 2019 in Bangkok in Thailand, and 2021, 2 years later, in Dubai. He too has experience in World Series boxing from back in 2018 and seasons before that as well in 2016. And these two men have history. Because at the 2021 World Championships, where Temirtas Zhussupov boxed his way to the gold medal in the Stark Arena in Belgrade. I was ringside to commentate on that tournament. These two men met at the quarter-final stage, and it was Zhussupov who prevailed en route to that top spot on the podium. So looking to even up the score and get a measure of competitive revenge on IBA Champions Night
Addis Ababa, presented to you by the IBA President, Mr. Umar Kremlov, in association with the African Boxing Confederation. This contest is 8 3-minute rounds in the 48kg minimum weight division. And your officials for this contest, judges at ringside, will be Ali Sid Mokritari, Sarah Boulel, and Tamim Sultani. Your referee in charge of the action from Zimbabwe is Stephen Masiabumbi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the boxers. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the black corner, weighing in at 47.9 kilograms. An outstanding amateur record, including 102 wins. He is a 2021 world champion, representing Kazakhstan, Temirtas Zhussupov. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the gold corner, weighing in at 47.95 kilograms. Also an excellent record, including 46 wins. He is a two-time Asian Games champion, and he represents Uzbekistan. Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov.
So Mr. Stephen Masiabumbi checking the equipment. Now both boxers brought to center ring for the final instructions.
Head up, no holding, no low blow. Listen to my command, defend yourself at all times. Good luck, touch glove.
So we're underway then. This is action in the 48kg minimum weight division between boxers from the Central Asian nations of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, one of the fiercest rivalries in IBA boxing, in world boxing. And a man from Kazakhstan is wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold. That is Temirtas Zhussupov, 36 years of age now, the 2021 world champion at 48 kilogram minimum weight, and he bested the man he's facing tonight en route to the gold medal rostrum at the Stark Arena in Belgrade, and that is Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov from Uzbekistan, 30 years of age, two-time Asian continental champion, taking back-to-back titles in 2019 and 2021. So these two boxers know all about one another, each of them experienced over the 5-round distance of World Series boxing. This one scheduled for 8 threes. And as you'd expect between two well-schooled boxers of this caliber, good right hand scored to the body from Zhussupov. But it is a cagey opening half of this first round. So Zhussupov looking to get on the front foot against the southpaw. Not too far away with the right hand. And again, these two boxers have seen so much during the course of their careers. It's going to be difficult to intimidate the opponent. Neither the stage nor the reputational accomplishments of the man in the other corner are going to get inside their mind, and now it's going to be a question of who can apply their tactics more consistently, more efficiently, more successfully over the course of this contest. So forward foray from Mirzakhmedov. Just driving Zhussupov back across the ring. There's a double right jab from Mirzakhmedov, countered by a single jab to the chest from Zhussupov. Two boxers just feinting right on the razor's edge of range, trying to draw that lead, lay that trap that they can respond to. Right hand lead not too far away from Zhussupov. They look for the same shot once again. Good right hand to the body from Zhussupov, showing good variety with that backhand against the southpaw. Left cross reach for by Mirzakhmedov, but then a right hand scores downstairs once again for Zhussupov, who's having good success with that shot in the closing stages of this opening round. Nice movement in the pocket from Zhussupov, cleverly tying his man up after he rendered his attack inaccurate. First round in the books. Some of the action from that first round. Good use of the right hand against the southpaw from Zhussupov. So we're underway in the second round. After an interval, which perhaps for the first time tonight was actually 60 seconds in duration. So Zhussupov looking to continue as he does right on cue. I was about to say he's looking to continue the success that he had with the right hand in the first round, and there he found a range with it immediately. Right jab, left cross, not too far away from Mirzakhmedov. Mirzakhmedov just varying his height and twisting at the waist to present a different look to his man, while just on the edge of range, reaching for a southpaw left. The overhand right out of the southpaw stance went over the top of Zhussupov, who, like his familiar rival Hassan Buyduzmatov, there's a good roundhouse left out of the southpaw stance from Mirzakhmedov. But Zhussupov is often the smaller, slighter boxer at 48 kilogram minimum weight. Excuse me, that would be something, wouldn't it? 48 kilogram middleweight. At 48 kilogram minimum weight. Roundhouse left not too far away from Mirzakhmedov. But he does an outstanding job of reducing his height further, tucking up behind gloves and forearms and making himself a very difficult target to hit. Although having said that, Mirzakhmedov has found a range in this second round. Right jab, not too far away. Counter left hand was right on the money, but look at that for a double right hand in response from Zhussupov. Stakes incredibly high in this contest as we go past the halfway stage, because each boxer knows if they make a mistake, it is likely to be capitalized on and punished immediately. Such is the caliber of these two boxers. See Zhussupov able to turn sideways, dip down at the waist again, drives in a good right hand to the body. The left hand that he came back with perhaps landed with the inside of the glove or the wrist. Right hand not too far away, but that was a terrific left jab. Then the legs tangle between the orthodox and southpaw boxer. That's what caused Mirzakhmedov to touch down. No knockdown rule by referee Mr. Stephen Masiabumbi. Again, each boxer trying to lay that trap, lure their man in, draw a mistake and then counter it in an instant. Heads not too far away from clashing between the orthodox and southpaw boxer. Neither man working on the inside. Zhussupov on the resumption with a good left-right combination. But during the clinches, Zhussupov gives me the impression that he's ramming up his hands as he scores with a good right hand, but he's ramming his arms beneath the armpits of his opponent, saying, look, ref, it's not me doing the holding. He's clearly fashioning a headlock and preventing Mirzakhmedov from scoring. Another skillful second round. Mirzakhmedov finding the range in the second round with greater success than he did in the first. But Zhussupov continuing to enjoy success with that right hand against the southpaw. Here's the roundhouse left from Mirzakhmedov. Physical on the inside between the two familiar rivals. So into the third round then. Good work to the body, long bridging his man with a left jab, then dropped down with a right left, slammed into the ribcage of Mirzakhmedov from Zhussupov. And look at that right hand through the gap, countering with a left cross of his own is Mirzakhmedov. But it's a brisk start to this third round by Zhussupov, finding the range with straight punches and occupying center ring, just looking to force his man to the edge of center ring, but he's not moving backwards, doing a good job with the movement is Mirzakhmedov, because he's moving around his opponent rather than conceding ground and being pushed backwards. Right hand not too far away once again from Zhussupov. Double right hand, so the second one gets through, but then it was countered by a clever shot from Mirzakhmedov. Mirzakhmedov on the front foot now, going in search of his get back after a strong opening minute to this third round produced by Zhussupov. Good right hand to the body, countered by a right hand from Zhussupov, but the first right hand in that trade-off of body shots came from the southpaw wearing the white trimmed with gold. Heads came together, southpaw left got through, countered by a shot from Zhussupov, who got back onto the front foot once again and found the range with the right hand once more. Halfway through the third round, and it's been the busiest round so far in terms of two-way action. And there's a cut around the left optic of Zhussupov. I'm wondering, in fact, I'm almost convinced that it came from a clash of heads between the orthodox and southpaw boxer. There's blood leaking from the left eye of Mirzakhmedov as well. So each boxer emerging from one of their frequent comings together with an eye injury. Definite injury to the left eye of Mirzakhmedov. And I'm just trying to see whether the blood around the left eye of Zhussupov is his own or from the injury of the southpaw from Uzbekistan. Good right hand score to the body once more. Overhand right from the southpaw just went over the top of Zhussupov's head. Good left hand driven straight down the pipe from Mirzakhmedov. He's dabbing away at that injured eye, and that will provide encouragement for Zhussupov. He's got a bit of an angry mouth developing beneath his left eye. So the contest taking on an increasingly physical and attritional quality here now, but there's been no change in the body language. Beautiful left hand behind the right jab from Zhussupov. Coming forwards once again, but changing the angles in front of him was Zhussupov, but coming forwards, trying to close the gap was Mirzakhmedov. And it's another intense round of action. Zhussupov, when he's inaccurate with that right hand, he often follows through with his entire body, which does leave him open for the counter, but in the event that he's not countered, his body smothers the attempted counter that Mirzakhmedov would look to fashion. Oh, and that is a cut that is bleeding rather profusely, and I think it might be in two places, one on the inside of the eyebrow and one on the outside, but a significant occurrence. As we see the swelling beneath the left eye of Zhussupov. Significant occurrence in round number 3, a cut to the left eye, or cuts indeed, sustained by Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov. So how effectively have the corner of Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov worked on that injured left eye? He appeared to be cut in two places, one right near the bridge of his nose on the inside of his left eyebrow, and then another one to the outer edge of his eyebrow. Cut is holding up so far, but that's going to present a target for the backhand in particular of Temirtas Zhussupov, and there right on cue he lands on the injured eye area of his opponent from Uzbekistan. Good left hand driven into the body. Palm was turned upwards to the ring lights from Mirzakhmedov. Physical on the inside once more. Back to just beyond range, looking to establish his left jab and straight right cross is Zhussupov. There you saw him duck down to repel the forward advance of Mirzakhmedov, and then it's another tangle on the inside once more. Inaccurate with the right hand. He was countered by a right hand to the body. Was Zhussupov after being made to miss. Beautiful movement of the head from Mirzakhmedov to cause those shots to go over his shoulder, and then looking to remain on his man's chest and work away to the body. But re-establishing the gap is Zhussupov, flicking out that left jab and doing a good job keeping the movement going around his opponent. But a good left hand dug in downstairs once more from Mirzakhmedov. There's a left cross to the chest of Zhussupov. Body shots can sometimes be difficult to score. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand in between the high-held white gloves of Mirzakhmedov, scored by Zhussupov. As the two men engaging in a game of twister once more, their arms continuing to entwine on the inside, forcing the intervention of referee Mr. Stephen Masia-Bumbi to separate the two. Minute remaining in the 4th round. Remember, both of these men, beautiful two-shot counter to the body from Mirzakhmedov after he rendered Zhussupov inaccurate, then employs the headlock, pushing down on the back of his neck, and that is a strength-sapping move employed by the man from Uzbekistan in the white and gold. Good right hand to the body on the resumption, scoring counter upstairs from Mirzakhmedov. So bobbing and weaving his way forwards is Mirzakhmedov, fires out a lead right hand, made to miss, and then there's a takedown resulting in both boxers making a trip to the canvas. So Mirzakhmedov looking to grind his way into contention here in this 4th round. There's a scoring left hand lead. The attempted right hand counter from Zhussupov was off the mark. Plenty more head movement in evidence from Mirzakhmedov, and then a lead right hand over the top out of the southpaw stance. Closing seconds of this 4th round. and perhaps the best round of the entire contest from Mirzakhmedov, as he showed wonderful head movement, and doesn't he know it? Despite sustaining cuts to the left eye in round number 3, he responded magnificently in round number 4, moving his head, scoring to the body, and with some eye-catching singles upstairs as well. We're both boxers keen to re-enter the fray as we move into the second half of this 48-kilogram minimum weight contest, scheduled for 8. 4 rounds completed, a potential 4 rounds to go. And Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov, the 2-time Asian Continental Champion, enjoyed a terrific 4th round that was proffered off head movement and good work to the body, some eye-catching singles upstairs, and there you see him bobbing and weaving in front of his man once again, now proffering a different stance, hands down by his belt line, trying to confuse and bamboozle the 2021 world champion, Temirtas Zhussupov of Kazakhstan. He's intelligently jabbing away to the body, reaching for a southpaw left over the top was Mirzakhmedov, but he's continuing to keep the head movement going, both in the pocket and on the edge of range. Now hands back up around his pecs, and that head movement and this increased dynamism as Zhussupov drives a good right hand to the body, but it is not necessarily flummoxed, but it's rendered Zhussupov a lot less accurate than he was for the entirety of the first 3 rounds. As the southpaw and orthodox boxers get themselves in a tangle once again, resulting in a trip to the canvas for Mirzakhmedov. There's a good 3-shot combination. Right, left, right from Zhussupov, and the final right hand did have some pop on it to send a shower of spray from the hair of Mirzakhmedov. So if you're Mirzakhmedov, you have got to keep that head movement going. He could have just been touched up by the jab a little bit here from Zhussupov, who's rediscovered his range and found his timing with that lead left stick. Beautiful movement in the pocket to spin off the line counterclockwise, and then scores with a counter right hand right in between the gloves of Mirzakhmedov. His head movement is decreased, and that's why he's been reduced to a bobblehead doll through this portion of the round. Terrific sharp shooting successes from Zhussupov, who scores with the left jab once again before they fall into a clinch once more. So 2 minutes gone, and on the resumption, finding the range with the right cross was Temirtas Zhussupov. Mirzakhmedov has got to rediscover that head movement that he demonstrated so beautifully in round number 4, because now it's Zhussupov up on his toes, moving laterally left and right, and scores with a left-right combination that just stops the advance of Mirzakhmedov. There he comes down with a left hand to the body and right hand over the top. But Zhussupov altogether refreshed, and he responding after a brilliant round was enjoyed by Mirzakhmedov in round number 4. Good right jab scored by Mirzakhmedov. Zhussupov, corkscrew right hand through the gloves of the man in white, not too far away. And now the head movement back in evidence, but another scoring right cross, reached for and found by Zhussupov. Zhussupov up on his toes, continuing to dodge and dart left and right, dip beneath the shots in the pocket. Very good round of boxing produced by this man after seeking to seize the momentum was Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov in round number 4 behind his head movement. But showing his experience, Zhussupov with a response of his own, where he re-established the lateral movements up on his toes and found the range consistently with straight punches. Some of the action from round number 5, and a lateral movement. There's a 4-shot combination, excuse me. I called it a 3-shot salvo, but it was terrific punch picking of the 4-shot variety from Zhussupov, penetrating the defenses of Mirzakhmedov with his accurate straight shots. Remember, both of these men experienced exponents of World Series boxing for their respective teams. Zhussupov for the Kazakhstan, Astana Arlan, so 5 rounds holding no fears for them. But here we are in the 6th round on this IBA Champions Night stage, and scoring effectively with a good stab jab to the body from his southpaw stance. Here's Mirzakhmedov taken down to the canvas for the 3rd time in the contest. And when Chris Eubank fought James DeGale, what was James DeGale's last fight at Wembley Arena, it was a similar takedown move, and with no remorse afterwards. Chris Eubank Jr. said he gave him the spine buster, taking the move from the rote arena of entertainment wrestling into the sport of boxing. Perhaps not quite a spine buster, but it was a heavy fall to the canvas on his lower back endured by Mirzakhmedov. So Mirzakhmedov looking to re-inject some dynamism and energy into his work when he dropped his hands in the 4th round and showed head movements. Perhaps his best round of the contest, but there he couldn't avoid that straight right hand. Tried to counter with a southpaw left of his own, but couldn't find a range because Zhussupov had ghosted away. And a left-right combination on the resumption, followed up with another left jab with Zhussupov, who's doing such an outstanding job of moving around his opponent as he's letting his shots go. He's currently moving counterclockwise and getting busy to the body and head is Mirzakhmedov. But look at that variety from his lead left hand, jab, uppercut, and keeping combinations flowing deep into this 48-kilogram minimum weight affair. Big swing and a miss with the right cross from Zhussupov. Surely, with Zhussupov proving to be as elusive and twinkle-toed as he is being, it's in those close encounters on the inside where surely he should be looking to keep his hands free. There's a good southpaw left, clipping the chin of Zhussupov as the 2 boxers came together at mid-range. Zhussupov firing the right cross after just half committing to his punches. Just in search of the range. And again, that's where surely Mirzakhmedov has got to get busy on the inside and dig away downstairs in a bit to slow down the movement of Zhussupov. Beautiful double right hand again from Zhussupov because he's so efficient with said movements. Got himself in a bit of a tangle, turning his back on his opponent and a couple of love taps in between. 4-shot combination again, left, right to make it a 2-phase attack. Countering is Mirzakhmedov with straight shot success of his own, and it's Mirzakhmedov on the front foot as the bell sounds to conclude round number 6. Well, I think there was a little bit of miscommunication there to begin the 7th round. Are we touching gloves? Are we not touching gloves? Okay, let's get back to business. And they're doing exactly that. Both boxers on top of the logo at center ring, reaching for the range and straight shots. Good right hand scored to the body twice. The first one was an uppercut, the second one was a cross. And both boxers really seeking to plant their feet into the canvas now and get some leverage onto their shots. It's Zhussupov working behind a good left jab. Left cross down the pike twice in quick succession from Mirzakhmedov, but again Zhussupov so sharp with these rapier-like straight punches. just feinting over that front foot wide, leaning back at the waist is Mirzakhmedov, but he takes a good straight shot to the body once again from Zhussupov, who's doing an outstanding job keeping the movement going, both clockwise and counterclockwise. There he looks for a right cross to the body, but couldn't quite find the range. Mirzakhmedov, left cross, right hook upstairs. The left cross to the body may have glanced the ribcage of Zhussupov. It's been a busy start to this penultimate round. Both boxers working out of the space of center ring. As I say that, Zhussupov just backing up using the outer perimeter of the squared circle, approaching the halfway stage of this penultimate round. Corner have done a good job nursing the injury that endured by their boxers. The swelling beneath the right eye of Zhussupov hasn't obscured his vision, and the cut sustained in round number 3 by Mirzakhmedov has held up thanks to the work of his corner team. Left hand to the body, not too far away, but as I say that, there's a trace of blood on the forehead of Zhussupov. Has that come from the eye injury sustained by Mirzakhmedov in the 3rd stanza? Right hand not too far away from Zhussupov. Good right hook turn beneath the elbow. Landed by Mirzakhmedov. Got plenty of leverage on that shot. Dipped on his front leg and boom, that right uppercut. Right hook beneath the left elbow. And there's more success to the body once again. Picking his punches terrifically with those hooks and uppercuts to the torso of Zhussupov. Zhussupov comes back with a right cross down the middle. Again, that reddening on the right eyebrow of Zhussupov as he scores effectively downstairs. Mirzakhmedov remaining in the pocket. Zhussupov just continuing to circle his man clockwise to his left, away from that dangerous southpaw backhand of Mirzakhmedov. As I say that, he changes direction and moves counterclockwise to his right. And again, another hard right hook driven beneath the left elbow of Zhussupov from Mirzakhmedov. Flicking right cross landed by Zhussupov. Closing seconds of the penultimate round. And it's another physical tussle on the inside once more. And the two men just exchanging a look into the eyes of their opponent as if to say, how are you feeling after 7 torrid rounds of action here at the Adwa Museum Arena. Now is that cut from the right eye of Zhussupov. Boxer who's beginning to mark up, but his spirit and energy levels remaining strong here. Some beautiful work to the body landed by Mirzakhmedov during the course of that round. There's a straight right hand to the body driven in by Zhussupov. Nice movement in the pocket from the 2021 world champion. But in the second half of the round, hooks like that, leaning over to his right and driving in. Those hooks beneath and behind the elbows of Zhussupov were notable indeed from Mirzakhmedov. So we move into the final round then. And this has been a terrifically competitive contest, fought in a fantastic spirit. For what it's worth, I happen to think that Zhussupov is in a strong position, but how will the three judges have seen it? And of course, in this beautiful sport of boxing, there is always the option of taking your man out inside the distance. Seen it happen in the 3-round format of IBA boxing, let alone the 8-round format of IBA Champions Night boxing. And the spirit of Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov continuing to remain strong. He's got the momentum from a strong previous round, but surely he needs a massive final round here after what have been 7 incredibly competitive, skillful rounds of boxing. Flashy right hand landed, followed by a snaking left jab from Zhussupov, who's doing a wonderful job up on his toes deep into this contest, but still fresh and accurate with the shots that he's firing in the direction of Mirzakhmedov. There he takes another straight left, and then a wonderful 2-shot combination with a right hand swiveled his head, Mirzakhmedov, but he's continuing to seek to bustle his way forwards back into range. Nice head movement from Mirzakhmedov. His left uppercut was off the mark. Oh, there's a good two-shot combination. It was set up by a left uppercut, and it just bobbled the head of Zhussupov. But he took the punch as well, and he retained his boxing stance halfway through the 8th and final round, reaching for the right cross, only to be countered by a right jab with Zhussupov, but Zhussupov keeping the straight punches going once again, bobbing and weaving his way back into his own preferred territory is Mirzakhmedov. Good right hand driven into the body by Zhussupov. Looking for a counter with his own southpaw backhand was Mirzakhmedov, and he did find success with Zhussupov momentarily against the ropes. Now he's back to the space of center ring, and the two men letting their hand go. And the final word in the trade-off enjoyed by Mirzakhmedov, but back comes Zhussupov like the champion that he is, scoring first down to the body, then to the head. Up on his toes once more. Mirzakhmedov saying stand and fight, reminiscent to what the late great marvelous Marvin Hagler was reputed to have said to the incomparable Sugar Ray Leonard during their middleweight clash all those years ago. But it's Zhussupov boxing to his strength, not getting drawn into a war of machismo. And the 10-second clapper sees Zhussupov get over the front foot and seek to let his hands go in combination fashion once more. Responding in kind is Mirzakhmedov, and that is the bell to conclude a terrific contest between two familiar rivals. Two of the very best in the business over the 3-round format of IBA boxing. This man a 2-time Asian Continental champion. The man in the blue victory for the 2021 IBA World Champion Temirtas Zhussupov. But Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov played his part in what was a wonderfully enthralling and competitive affair over 8 3-minute rounds in the 48kg middleweight minimum weight division. Some of the action from the contest where each man had success in their own territory. Mirzakhmedov's body punching was notable. The sharp shooting successes with straights from Zhussupov and his movements up on his toes, that was eye-catching as well. The corners living and breathing every moment of this enthralling 8-round contest. And in the final analysis, it was the accurate sharp shooting of Temirtas Zhussupov that saw him declared the victor over Nodirjon Mirzakhmedov in this, their second encounter on the IBA stage. But a wonderful contest. And again, Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, always one of the most keenly contested rivalries in IBA boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for our next contest of the evening. It's 8 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight or 80 kilogram weight division. Please welcome to the ring first